right, guys, welcome back to season 3, episode 20 of the Browns Place podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Ryan.
All right, let's get right into it because we got a ton of baseball to talk about. So, NFL, any NFL news or anything other than, I guess,
Preseason?
football? Yeah, preseason started, right?
Yeah, preseason started. I think that's pretty much it. So, I mean, there's a couple weeks until we get the first game, which is Pats and Seahawks. I think it's on September 9th. Um, so, yeah, we're creeping up. All of a sudden, it's almost back.
Yeah. I was thinking about that though. I think what's the longest? Is basketball the longest? Because you go from October all the way into June.
What's the
for
longest
basketball.
season?
Yeah. So I mean, you're talking fall, winter, spring, and into summer, pretty much for basketball, NBA.
Yeah,
So
probably is the longest.
all right. Yes. I can't get into preseason football. I can't watch it. I'm not that fanatic about NFL where I got to watch preseason football.
I mean, I am, and I still don't have no interest in watching that. So
Yeah. It's almost like watching, I don't know, NBA preseason or even MLB preseason games. So
yeah.
all right. Let's get into NBA. What do we got? Or MLB. Sorry.
MLB.
Last time we talked, it was on Sunday, and it was the day before the trade deadline. So a lot of
Right.
moves happened that following day,
A
or
lot
a
of
lot
moves
of moves
happened.
didn't happen on the following day too.
Yeah, a lot of moves did happen. I mean, the big names I think were for us, Robbie Ray and Luis Rise. They're all gone. Ellie Ramos is gone.
Were you surprised about the Ramos or the
No.
No, or Arias? I wasn't surprised. I thought he would go for sure. I was surprised about the Ramos though.
I wasn't surprised about that because we have too many outfielders, so I figured that was going to happen, especially with like Barracoto coming back. I had a feeling that we were going to trade an outfielder. I wanted to trade Jung Hoo also. I still think we should have traded Jung Hoo. But they weren't going to do that because he draws so much revenue from his fans and stuff like that. So, whatever. But yeah, those were the three big names that we traded, and we got a good haul back. I mean, at the end of the day, we were trying to get prospects back. Two of them are rentals, anyways. So they had to go, obviously. And Ramos, I mean, I was an Elliot Ramos fan. I think he can hit. He's a 20-25 home run guy for sure, but he's a terrible fielder. So if you can get something back for him, you might as well.
What about the moves you didn't make with the big three, or even 4 or 5?
I mean, I didn't think we were going to trade any big three because nobody wants them.
Well, I think money is the issue, and then I mean, one, Chapman's hurt, and I think he's out for almost.
He's out for the year. Right? He's out for the year. Yeah.
So I mean, that just tied you with that one. So and then I just think the money's just too much. You know, someone's gonna have to. Who's gonna eat that? So
yeah, I didn't think anybody was going to take those contracts. So I figured that we should have traded Logan Webb, but we didn't. And we said that we're not going to. I don't know why. But yeah, I think we're not doing it to save face and not call what we're trying to do a rebuild, but we should just rebuild. I don't understand what we're doing there, but whatever. Not that I'm sad that Logan's still there. Obviously, Logan Webb is our best player, but we could have got so much for him. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, because plus he had another year, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I don't
know. Phillies team though, it's getting Arias, but I mean they're struggling right now too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So not always does that equal out. What about Red Sox acquiring Adley Rutschman?
Yeah, weird trade. They gave up a lot for Adley. And I just, no offense to Adley Rutschman, I'm sure like he's a good player, but do not understand the hype regarding Adley Rutschman. He's never on the field. He gets hurt a lot. He doesn't hit anymore like he used to. He's still a good defender, so I guess there's that. But I don't understand how that warrants the haul that the Orioles got from the Red Sox for a guy who's then going to end up being a free agent next year, after next year, anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't understand that.
Going back to your Robbie Ray, do you like the trade in division to the Padres?
Yeah, because he's
Do
a
you mind that?
rental, so I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a rental anyways, and Robbie was a good player for us. Never had any issues with Robbie. He always walked too many guys, but he always pitched his ass off for us when he came back, and we got a pretty good return from him. So
Okay. What else? So Cubs get Clay Holmes and Tyrone Taylor for the Mets. Gave up the number 2 prospect Rojas. That hurts, but it's a prospect, and he was kind of, infield prospect, so he was kind of blocked anyway. So what are you going to
yeah,
do with that? But getting Clay Holmes, putting him as two, starter, and then getting Tyrone Taylor, getting another outfielder. So a right-handed bat too. So,
yeah,
um, so I think that one was a good pickup.
he's a good
What?
defender too, right?
Yeah,
I think he's
yeah.
supposed to be a pretty good defender.
Did we talk about Blue Jays acquiring Jose Soriano from the Angels? I think that was before the trade
I think it's
deadline.
before the deadline.
Yeah, three spot, 3 prospects to the Angels.
Yeah, I just
So
don't understand what the Blue Jays are doing where they're at. I don't know why they haven't sold more because they're not going to win that division
they're
now.
not going to win the division. I think they're still trying to go
I,
for
I
wild
don't
card,
know.
but
I
I
don't
mean,
know. But then why trade Gosman?
yeah, yeah,
So
I
I don't
don't know.
understand.
So, and then Cubs got Zephyr John, gave up Big Mo and Mason McGuire,
Yeah,
number 18 on the top 30 list. So they give up a couple good guys for Zephyr John, but they needed bullpen pitching. So um, Jed went to the bullpen for sure. So
yeah,
um, and then getting Gossman for the Toronto, um,
yeah,
and then they gave up Ty Southerstein and Brett Bateman again. An outfielder, infielder. Just there's no room for him anyway, so that's not bad. Um, what else? What about Harper going to the outfield though?
I mean, it was gonna have to happen
Because
because
you bring in Arias, right? So
yeah,
then you're moving people around.
yeah. So I mean, listen, I mean, Bryce Harper's fine. Like he's still a good athlete, still play there. He was a better first baseman. I thought he became a good first baseman, but I don't think he's gonna hurt him.
And then some quiet moves like Astros requiring Dalton Varsho from the Jays. Again,
Yeah,
them trying to get into you know playoff contention, but you're trading a pitcher and an outfielder. So I don't
yeah,
know. Brewers acquire May Romero from the Cards, so
yeah,
that helped out their pitching. Um, they gave us a grade A for that Gossman trade. They gave us a C plus for uh, what's his name, Braxton Garrett, relief pitcher,
okay,
and he's in AAA right now anyway. So I don't know. Again, we keep doing these trades with the Marlins, which it's really starting to piss me off because so far the Marlins trades haven't been any good because Edward Cabrera is not doing very well. So if playoffs were on right now, I don't think he would be on the playoff roster. So we got a grade B plus for the Zephyr John, and Angels got an A for that grade, and then um, with the Mets, we got an A for the uh, Clay Holmes and Tyrone Taylor, and the Mets got a B plus rating on that one. So it wasn't like the Javi for Pete trade.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, everyone says we got like an A minus on our trade deadline. So it was nice to see Jed doing some moves. So
Yeah.
obviously pitcher heavy. So which was good. So um, what else? Uh, so here's a stat for, and this is when was this? Couple days ago. So Alex Bregman season stats: 248, 338, 384, 12 home runs, 50 RBIs. Kyle Tucker: 243, 339, 379, 10 home runs, 52 RBIs. A difference of 25 million.
They both
So
suck though.
yeah. So
Although Bregman's hot, so at least he's doing something.
I think Bregman at the end of the year is just going to be what he typically does. His 250, 260 average and, close to 20 home runs. It's just, he just started out very, very slow, which, I think definitely hurt. But I think at the end of the year, the numbers are still going to, be where they probably should be, for him. It's
Same
kind of
thing
like
with
the
Devers,
Devers
right?
thing, right? Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing with Rob.
You bash on him for periods of time, and then there's just at the end of the year, you look at his numbers, and statistically, they're right where they probably should be, right?
Yeah.
Although Devers has other issues, I just don't. His lack of hustle, even like on a pop up,
Yeah.
he should have been on second base, and even the announcers are even bashing him for it too.
Yeah. Good
So
thing
it's just
is he changed that
yeah.
today because he did a pop up again today and it dropped and he actually made it to second base.
Oh,
And
see,
then
there you go. At
and
least
then he ended
learned
up
from it.
scoring
So
because Bryce ended up singling after that. So
yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
I'll never understand the hustling thing. It's throughout the we've
That's
talked about that. I just don't get
yeah.
that shit. I just will not. I'll never understand
That's
it.
just something, no matter how much money you're making, it's just, you just do it. You
Just
just do it.
101. So yeah,
So, what else? MLB. Anything else? MLB. We could talk about MVP if you want to talk MVP. Although I don't know if it's great right now. What do you think? Where's your? If you were to pick MVP right now, who's your
sure.
MVP? Really?
Dude, he still went 7-1 with a 1 ERA, and he's gonna pitch again later. It sounds like it
PCA
just
being the best outfielder, almost the best, defensive player, gonna go probably 30-30 again. Could go 35-35.
yeah. PC is great and having another great year, but dude, he had a 1 ERA,
I
and
just
he's
think him
hitting.
not.
He's hitting.
I just think. I just think him not pitching right now is just gotta. I mean, you can't just pitch half the season or part of the season and win MVP.
But why not? If you pitch to a 1 ERA, you
I
know,
don't know.
like dude, it just is a different level, you know. But I get it. Like if they gave it to Pete, I'm not gonna complain about that. But I've also said that I think Miz should get some love too, because he's also been literally untouchable right now.
No, I think Miz will be Cy Young for sure. So,
Yeah, that's already think, which
yeah.
is crazy. Because did you see this thing with Chris Sale? You remember when Chris Sale won it a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm.
They showed his stats at that year when he won his Cy Young, and his stats what he's projected to have right now for this year, and they're better this year. But that shows how insane Miz and Christopher Sanchez and Yamamoto and all these pitchers are in the NL right now. The fact that Chris Sale's Cy Young win is getting beaten by Chris Sale, and Miz is going to blow him out of the water. I think it's going to be a unanimous Cy Young vote.
You know who also deserves some praise? What about Matt Olson?
Yeah, Matt Olson's been incredible, dude, and nobody talks about that.
36 home runs, just lighting it up. So,
But Matt
yeah,
Olson's always that, dude. Like Matt Olson's he's always just been a great first baseman. Defensively, he plays every single game. I've always been a big Matt Olson fan. That was one of those things where like they got criticized for losing Freddie, right? For not wanting to pay Freddie, which I get because you just won a World
yeah.
Series and then you choose not to pay him. But
but it wasn't like
That
you.
blow, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like you went downhill.
Yeah, it's not like that's yeah. I mean, you got Matt Olson, who
Yeah,
is pretty damn good and younger.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know, man.
What about iconic Giants voice? Mike Krukow announces retirement at the end of the season. Kruk and Kite, no more.
Yeah, pretty heartbreaking. As if this season couldn't have been worse. Now I hear that Kruk is officially retiring.
You think that had anything to do with it?
I wouldn't blame him if it did.
You know, he's seen enough bad baseball where he doesn't even want to announce it anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he did. But yeah, no more Kruk, man. I mean, he's the best.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, whether you're a homer or not a homer, I mean, he's just that team, that duo is iconic, right?
Iconic.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Should go in the Hall of Fame. I know people
oh,
are like
absolutely, yeah,
pushing
yeah.
heavy for them both to go in the Hall of Fame together. Yeah, but Kipe's gonna
What,
stay on.
36 years?
Yeah,
He's been
36
on
years.
36
Announcing.
years.
Just
So,
announcing,
yeah,
Remember, they were
yeah.
playing before that.
And
Too,
he's
so.
had some health issues. Yeah, no, he was what, a Giant. I think he was a Cub
He was a Cub.
too,
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah. I mean, I mean, he wasn't a bad pitcher. I mean,
He's an
I wouldn't say
all-star.
I wouldn't say Hall of Famer, but I mean, he was
No.
pretty good.
No, but
Um,
I can't think of any other broadcast team that has two former players do play-by-play and analysts. I don't think there's any other broadcast team that has that.
I don't know all the other teams' broadcasters.
Like I'm trying to think. Like I know the Mets have two with them,
Ron
but they're
Darling and
with Darling and what's his name? He was also a former pitcher too. But then they have a 3-man team, so they're not even fully players. Phillies, like they have Kruk, but that's it. And then I think the Reds have Barry Larkin,
Jeff Brantley. He was a pitcher.
Yeah, but I think they're a 3-man also, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are a 3-man.
And same thing with like the Orioles. I think they're a 3-man, and they have some. I think they have one or two former players.
Is John Miller still doing baseball for you guys, for the Giants?
John Miller's still doing there, yeah.
So
of course, John Miller's still there. So yeah, I mean, losing Kruk is gonna suck. It's gonna suck not hearing that every game.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're talking 36 years. That's more than half my lifetime. That's more than your lifetime.
Way more than my lifetime, dude.
36 years of announcing. I mean, who's at a job that? I mean, not too many people have that been at a job that long. So for him to do it successfully and as great as he's been, kudos to him and Kipe.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Kipe will be around though. Kipe's still staying. It's staying.
Yeah, no, I would say so. So,
but yeah.
What else for baseball? Anything else? MLB? We got 38 games, 30 something games left. Really needed the Dodgers to take 3 out of 4 instead of they lose 3 out of 4 to the Brewers this weekend. Edwin Diaz just sucks too.
Yeah, he's thinking
so. He blew the first game and then almost blew the second game.
Yeah,
but that's a bad Dodgers.
But then you guys lost to the Cards.
Yeah, we lost 2 out of the 3 to the Cardinals, and not very close either. So our pitching staff got shellacked the last couple of days. So.
And you're part of history now, too.
Yeah. What about that kid? 3 homers, almost 4.
They were not cheap. They were not cheap ones either, dude.
Well, dude, the guy's got 36 homers in the minor leagues. I mean,
in like 80 games.
Yeah, but it's not like he had like 2 down there. He couldn't hit home runs. Come on.
No.
But yeah, I mean, who knows, right? Did you? I don't know. Reds, Hunter Green, Tommy John,
TJ number 2, not good.
And then speaking of Tommy John,
Tommy John
passed away.
I didn't know he. No disrespect, didn't know he was still alive. I thought he had already been gone. So, I mean, long life, 83. But
Yeah, 83. Yeah, 83. So,
yeah, pretty crazy.
yeah, he was the pioneer of the Tommy John surgery. So that's what they name it for. So, and many of pitchers have come back successfully after Tommy John. So, um,
Yeah.
what about
Well, not.
Scootle the Dodgers? I mean, so I don't think he's won a game yet, has he? Because he lost to us. He lost today. And I don't know if he had a no decision between that.
I don't know if he's won a game
So
either, but the
yeah, I don't think
Dodgers
he's
were
won a
on
game
a
yet. Yeah,
were kind of collapsing there at the end, anyways.
yeah,
But who cares? Like they'll be fine. You know.
yeah. They'll still win their 97 games instead of 105. So
Yeah, and they'll win their
hear that.
third World
So,
Series probably, anyways. So it's fine.
so let's go. Let's cruise through standings real quick before we end off. Tampa Bay in the East, 5.5 over New York, 8.5 over Boston. So that looks like that's Tampa Bay's. 74 and 49. Um, then the White Sox still leading Central, five
Oh
and a
yeah,
half over Cleveland, 5.5 over Detroit, 6 over Minnesota. So I mean, Chicago baseball right now is,
pretty high.
yeah, no, for sure. Um, what just happened? Why did my stats just go off? Something just happened to my stats. And then in the West, who's leading the West? Texas? No, Houston.
Texas.
I'm sorry, Houston.
Okay. Houston.
Texas 2.5 back, and then Seattle 5 games back. NL East, you got Atlanta, Philly 7.5 back, so I think that one's almost pretty much done. Central, you got Milwaukee, Chicago 5 back now because of that, and then in the West you got Dodgers, and then San Diego coming on 7 back, and then 8 back. Did you guys get swept? Oh, you guys didn't get swept this weekend. Okay,
No,
I thought maybe you got swept this weekend.
no, we lost 2 out of 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wild card. What do we got? Wild card. You got New York, Boston, and Detroit right now for your top 3. Right?
Boston,
No,
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Baltimore. Something's wrong with my thing. It just got all jumbled. Um,
Texas half a game back.
Let me reset this thing. Okay, yeah. So Yankees, Boston, Baltimore, and then Texas half game. Toronto 1 and Detroit 1, and you still got Minnesota and Cleveland 1.5. So, in the National, you got Chicago +5, Philly and San Diego tied, and then Arizona 1 game back, and Miami 3. So could be a 3-way team for those last 2 spots.
I mean,
So,
D-backs have gotten hot, dude. They've gotten hot post break. So maybe not selling Cattell was the move.
well, it's San Diego. I mean, because San Diego 8-2 out of their last 10.
Yeah, well, they've
Where,
been on too, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, they always seem to come on into those stretches. But all right, anything else MLB?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Anything NBA? NBA news?
Um,
Any NBA news?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I don't think anything. Dennis Schroeder got traded for the 9th time in his career.
Oh, I did see that. And then
Pretty
what
remarkable.
about triple double Russ?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, how about it?
Announces retirement after 18 seasons.
Yeah, Brody retiring.
So
Hall of Famer right there. First ballot
yeah,
Hall of
for
Famer.
sure. Yeah, I would say.
So yeah, congrats to Russ.
I mean, dude, when that 3 when they were in Oklahoma, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the biggest what if probably in terms of
Yeah.
NBA history, dude. Like, what if they win? What if they stay together? Like all those things, right? So,
but I mean, what did he have? He averaged triple double, right? Russ for the
twice,
season. Yeah.
twice. Yeah.
So,
Which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, he was just crazy going on. So, okay, and then W overtime game, Fever versus Dream. Fever win. So,
There you go.
what do you think about the Dejanay Carrington foul on Sophie Cunningham?
Mm, uh, Listen, I like a hard foul. I like a hard foul.
Around
Sophie,
the neck and head, though.
I like a hard foul.
That's
I like Sophie Cunningham's response. Um, Sophie Cunningham has said that she's made those hard fouls too, so I approve of it.
it. Just
Um,
I would rather you wrap them up though, or whatever. But I mean, to go.
yeah, but that wasn't to be like a respectful thing. There was intent behind that.
Yeah.
And hey, if you're gonna do it, do it. You know, if you're gonna do it, do it. So I do have to respect that in a sense. So if you're gonna do it,
So
do it.
here's my other thing with. So did you see the game with? Oh man, the Aces versus Fever. What was that last Sunday? Where who was it? Chelsea Gray from
Oh yeah,
Aces
oh yeah,
drains a three to tie it to go into overtime, and then drains a three to win it
yeah,
after Cece misses two free throws and Kelsey Mitchell missed a free throw. So
yeah,
they could have been up three extra points, right? But they
yeah,
both missed free throws, and then Chelsea Gray just money two times in a row,
yeah.
one to tie it, one to win it.
And
Just crazy,
after,
you know.
I don't want this to be like me always criticizing CC, but maybe we don't run an ISO play on the two-time defensive player of the year, arguably greatest women's player of all time, and probably going to win another defensive player of the year. Like, what do we
Yeah.
have to do to not run an ISO play on
Yeah,
her?
I don't know. That looked broken. Something looked wrong with that play.
I don't
Just,
understand
yeah.
what that
I
was.
mean, you
Um,
know, I don't know. Yeah,
but
that
hey,
was just a bad play. So I mean,
it
and
was a
then for
bad
them to
play.
get the ball and that thing's bounced around and just I don't know.
That was a
But
mess. But
so
kudos, Chelsea Gray.
what about CC getting the was it that game or might have been the next game where CC gets the technical foul, but then it gets rescinded.
Oh yeah, because they were like saying that she bumped into the ref, but she didn't bump into the ref, not
So
intentionally at least.
and then the W rescinds it right after. The only thing I don't like about rescinded, in which game was that? Was that against or was that against Chicago? Might have
I think
been
it was against
against.
Chicago. I don't think it was
I
against
think it
Fever
was against
or
Chicago, and that was
Aces.
um, but that got Chicago a free throw, which also got Stephanie White a technical because of that. So she got a technical, so that got him two free throws. So you're going to rescind, but then what about the points? You're still getting the points.
Yeah,
So why can't you come together, I guess, as a referee group and look at it and review it before you give up the point and give up the technical? Because what if you lose that game by one? Okay, now that shouldn't have ever happened because it got rescinded and there should have been no tech ever. So if there was no tech, then why do you still get the point?
yeah, but we could talk about this all day because they're always looking back at plays and saying, "Oh, there should have been a foul there. Oh, there should have been no foul there." You know, they do that shit all the time because the referees suck.
I agree.
So,
Um,
but I get what you're saying, 1,000%.
And I mean, it could go for NBA too. Whether it be NBA or W or whoever. If you're going to rescind, I mean,
Yeah,
it it still still hurts the score of the game because you're giving them a free point, so to speak, right?
yeah,
So
you're still impacting the game when you shouldn't be.
yeah. What about? Did you see that shot that Angel Reese put up against Asia in the key in the paint, where she flipped it up backwards over her head, kind of like a granny shot almost? You got to
No,
see that clip. You got to look that up. It was probably one of the best shots that I've ever seen her take. Of course, she missed it because she misses those shots. But
And this
it
is
was just
becoming an Angel Reese podcast. Yes,
it was
I
it
know.
was just you got to look at this. You got to look up that shot and then tell me if I'm wrong for Bashner on that. So, all right. Anything else? Well, okay. Well, what about this? Two NBA players declaring for WNBA draft.
Oh,
Enos Cantor, as
oh
well.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, but he's an idiot. So,
Are
um,
they going to allow that? And I mean, obviously, this is kind of a tricky situation, but I mean, I don't know. Is there a where are we at with that?
I have no idea.
And I don't know. Do we want to approach that? But I mean, now you're gonna Royce White, I think was the other guy's name. Um, the other player. So because
Yeah, but that's
they're declaring themselves as transgender, so they can go to the WNBA and play.
yeah,
Um,
which you know, I don't know. I don't even know how to
I
approach
don't
that.
I don't know. So I just
There's so much wrong with that whole situation that I don't even really want to deal with it.
yeah. So
All for a league that doesn't
um
make any money. You know,
yeah.
at the end of
Well,
the day, we're still talking about a league that's in the red.
The commissioner needs to go away. I think Adam Silver just probably needs to take both. You um, if he
He's
could,
not perfect either, though. You know,
yeah.
I don't know.
But one's making money and one's not. Oh, speaking of making money in basketball, before we switch, what about the Lakers?
Oh yeah, yeah, real suspicious situation. Suspicious situation. Uh, Lakers
Yeah,
owner
but
or former owner Mark Walter decides to sell the Lakers for $2 billion profit, $2.5 billion profit. Um, after owning them for about a year and a half, very very weird. And now, as I kind of figured, now reports are coming out that FBI was investigating his accounts and
I
his
I
phone and all
just
this
saw
other
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I figured, I think you and I were talking about this. Like,
Yep. Yep.
the NBA sports franchises don't let you just flip a team for a profit, because that would lead to all of these issues. So the fact that he had to sell, to me, raised alarm that he was in trouble, that he was doing something that he shouldn't have been doing, or involved in something he shouldn't have been involved in, and people forced him to sell. And I think that's what's happened. So, it's whatever. I don't care, but it is a distraction already to my guys who haven't even started the season yet. But I care about what's happening on the court. I don't care about this nonsense off the court. Now we have Kushner's brother or whatever
Yeah.
deciding to buy
Yeah.
part of the team, and I think Bob Iger buying the team, and whatever. Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. Just don't mess up the team. Just don't mess it up. That's all I care
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. And then one last note on the W. Phoenix is retiring DT's jersey today. So
Oh
20
yeah,
seasons.
they haven't done that. They didn't do it
No,
already.
no, they haven't done it. They're doing it tonight. So,
Good.
um,
Something to cheer about in Phoenix.
yeah. Well, you got Plum Dog now too. So, but I mean, yeah, that's 20 years there.
Yeah.
Um, so all right, golf, or is that it for NBA,
I think
WNBA,
that's it.
baseball? 38 games left.
WNBA is almost done,
Baseball.
right?
They only got 10
WNBA, they
games
only
left.
have,
Yeah,
10 games. Yeah,
yeah, 10 games
that's right.
left. So, and then playoffs start. Um, so what? 38, 37 games MLB. So month and a half left for baseball. So
Yep.
dog days of August and September coming about right now. So we'll see who can hold on and who can heat up. So, all right, golf. Little Scotty Scheffler
Scotty
sighting
Scheffler,
this weekend.
dominant Scotty Scheffler sighting this weekend.
Dude, by 8 strokes. I mean, come
Yeah, I
on.
mean, the only thing that almost took him out was a sprinkler head, and even that wasn't enough. Yeah, Scotty Scheffler did his thing. He's back. I mean, here's the thing: like Scotty's been Scotty all year. He leads the tour in scoring average. He's got the most top tens, and the fact that this was his first win, right? This was his first win all year. But that's just like how golf goes. It's just like the situation with Nelly last year, right? Where she was scoring better than she did the year before, but had no wins. You know, same situation. Scotty's still just Scotty, dude. And now we're creeping up on the FedEx Cup, and I'll never pick against Scotty Scheffler. I'll never do it.
What about Rory finishing 66th?
Yeah,
Rory. Says he was rusty.
Yeah, no shit, because he plays every other week in only majors, you know?
Yeah.
But Rory's defense, what does he care about? Does he care about another FedEx Cup? Probably not. He cares about the check, I'm sure. 1,000%.
What's the check? 20? Is it 20?
Yeah, it's a huge check, so he cares about that, right? So as long as he gets to the final, he's going to go for it, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, what does Rory care about anything else at this point?
Yeah.
And I guess I get that.
What about Liv?
Live golf. I guess
Live
maybe
golf.
Surviving, maybe not surviving. Don't know.
But really I don't know. But they still canceled their championship. The end of the tournament
their
this
team
year, right?
championship, right? Yeah. And then they still have. Sorry, go ahead. They still have a situation with Rombo, right? Like,
yeah, I saw a thing that said Rom set to leave Live Golf.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I mean, he was still under contract, so I don't know how he could do that, you know, without getting majorly fined, I guess.
Right.
And then, so if he does have to pay, you know, a big chunk of money back, does the PGA just accept him right back, or does he play DP Tour for a year? I don't know, right?
Yeah, I don't know either.
So, you know, that's going to be the big news, or that'll be the big thing about if Liv goes away, what happens to all those players, and what's PGA going to do?
Right. I think if Liv goes away, PGA can do whatever they want, right?
But should it be across the board? One rule for all of them, or is there going to be separate rules for separate people?
I think they should play favorites. You should play favorites for the guys who have done the most for the tour, right? Rombo's won multiple majors. I think you can give Cam Smith his love, even though he's not playing very well right now. You can give Cam Smith his love, but the rest of these guys are going to be under some shit, and I think that's fair. Again, you join the league for good reason. You join the league to go take the money, play less, easier situation, easier life. Fine, do that. But that league is now falling apart. You're going to have to pay that consequence if you still want to play golf.
Yeah. But you don't think one rule for all. You think it should be catered to depending on who it is.
No, they should do the same thing like they did for Brooks. They should do that to Rahm and, you know, whoever.
But like if Sergio wants in, he can't come in unless if he sits out. Okay.
Yeah. Same thing with DJ. Dustin Johnson hasn't won shit.
Yeah,
you know, so same thing.
Yeah. Okay. What about a new YouTube golfer?
There is a new YouTube golfer. Post-retirement plan is now officially in place.
Is he starting that a year too early? Could you focus on maybe basketball for 2 more years? I don't know.
Yeah, he is signed on for 2 more years, isn't he? So, but hey, you know, LeBron James.
You go out and slip and tear your Achilles or freaking, you know, ACL playing golf? I don't know.
God. Can't even think about that. Yeah, no. He's officially back on. He's officially got the bug and got the bug in full force and is now taking advantage of said bug. And now he's
even Rory said that he would give him some lessons. So,
and he could probably use it, but
yeah,
I'm sure LeBron James will figure it out. But looks like he's doing videos with Bob Does Sports with BDS crew and stuff like that. So it's good stuff. I mean,
he should go. I think Charles went to Stan Utley. So, and anyone that can fix a chuck swing could probably help LeBron.
And listen, LeBron doesn't have a good swing, obviously, but he's got like that typical big beginner swing.
over the top,
You just
swiping across.
yeah, over the top, swipe across, swinging super hard kind of thing, like that typical beginner swing. It's not like Chuck's swing. Nothing was ever like Chuck's swing,
Dude, Tiger couldn't even imitate Chuck's swing when he tried to do it.
Dude, I don't think any of us can, dude. Like that thing is insane. That or was insane. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure this is LeBron James. He'll figure it out. Michael Jordan became pretty damn good golf. So
he was pretty good. He is a pretty good golfer, right? So
yeah.
All right. Anything else sports wise? What else sports? Anything else we talked?
No, I think that's it.
Baseball, basketball, NBA.
I mean, sports is light in August.
Yeah.
September is going to be exciting.
Anything? What about tennis? Anything tennis?
No,
coming
not
up?
yet.
No,
not really. Nothing happening in tennis until the U.S. Open later this month.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what we kind of talked about last time. Is it's pretty much heavy NBA or MLB right now for August, right?
Yeah, that's all August is. Yeah.
And then as soon as football starts kicking on for September, that'll be, the number one dog, and then you'll start getting into MLB playoffs and that. So,
yep.
All right. Entertainment. That's it for sports, then.
That's it for sports. Yeah.
Unless if we want to pick up on NASCAR and curling, but that is not our show.
Again, that's it for the sports. For the actual sports.
Hey, they say cornhole's in the Olympics, why is it not a sport? So, entertainment. What do you got for entertainment news and highlights or lowlights?
I mean, not a ton. Spider-Man box office. We were talking about box office last episode, and box office has now soared yet again, which is a great thing. Spider-Man has now hit $2 billion worldwide. $2 billion movie that came out less than a month ago. It's pretty remarkable. So, but that was like, you knew that movie was going to do well. It's got a big IP, like Spider-Man, right? But to have two movies now go back-to-back $1 billion is a great thing. So,
I mean, they could make Spider-Man 25 or even like Star Wars 50, and it would still,
yeah,
Batman
huge numbers,
40 or whatever it is,
Yeah, you have a good IP like that, you're gonna do crazy stuff. So, yeah, I think that's like the big entertainment situation right now that I have.
I didn't see a ton of stuff entertainment wise for, well, this kind of soccer / entertainment. What about Cristiano Ronaldo walking away from soccer after the season?
That's what he's saying. He's saying that. He's saying, like, I don't see myself playing after this year.
Or is that until the club gives him more money and backs up the truck and says, here's another $1 billion?
But here's the thing. Like, he's going to try to go for 1,000 goals still. He's not there yet. I think that's what he's going for because he's all about personal achievements. So, not that there is. He didn't win a World Cup. But, I don't think Ron's going to just leave without getting that 1,000 goals. He said for like 4 years now that's what he wanted to do.
And then who is this? And I don't know if this is entertainment, but who's this Luigi Mangione? Have you seen anything?
That is the guy that killed the United Health CEO.
Oh, that's who he is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess he pled guilty for the murder. So yes, that's right. I forgot. That is right. Okay. So yeah, I saw that he pleaded guilty just the other day. What else? Is that it?
I think that's it.
Okay. And then how about Gotta Be Better? What do we got for Gotta Be Better?
Do I actually have anyone for Gotta Be Better? I don't think I really do. Actually, I don't think anybody's done anything. Listen, you could talk about the Carrington and Cunningham situation.
My only thing is that
there.
I don't know if she needed to make it racist and say white privilege.
Racial.
I think,
yeah.
I think the WNBA should have stepped in because there is a rule about that. So that's why I say that Kathy Engelbert or whatever her name is, she's just a piss poor uh, commissioner. I mean, there's just no rules whatsoever. It's just I don't know.
That
The
league's a
whole league is
mess.
yeah
That
from
league is
top
a
down.
mess. That league is
So
a full blown mess. And it does raise the question of like, what the hell would that thing be without Caitlin Clark? You know, like what would it
yeah,
have been? Not that I think that's fair, because I really don't. But what would it be without Caitlin Clark? Like that thing would be buried, which is not great because what would we do if we weren't watching people like Asia or Fee
or
or
what could
Olivia Miles or
or
all these
what could
great
it
players?
be with a better leadership? Could it be
Maybe.
even better? I just
Yeah.
think that leadership is just dragging them down, and there's just there's no no one knows what's a foul, what's not a foul. No one knows what's a rule, what's not a rule. It's just you know, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
everyone just making their own stuff, and you can tweet and you know whatever you want, post stuff, and it doesn't matter. So it's just yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So my gotta be
So
better. WNBA. We could just
yeah,
group it all because it's just a mess and it's always in the headlines and we always have to talk about it. And yet that league still continues to perform poorly in terms of finances. And now there's all these other distractions going on in that league. So yeah, WNBA as a whole is just a shit show. So that we already kind of touched on this, but Rafi Devers being incapable of running, but then showing that he's capable of running, so I don't really understand it. So it really is really just a laziness. But it's not just him; it's league wide. I don't understand it. I'll never get it, and we could put it on this segment every single episode if we have to, because it'll never change. It doesn't change. I just saw Elliot Ramos do the same thing for the Yankees.
I was gonna say yeah,
So
that's who I was trying to picture. Who was it for the Yankees that did it? And it was Ramos. That's right.
yeah.
Yep.
So I just don't get it unless you're nursing an injury. Like if you're a guy, you're out there to hit, you're DHing only, and you have like a bad hamstring or a bad knee or bad toe or something like that, but you're still hitting, and like you're in the playoffs, you're kind of your team needs your bat, whatever. Fine. Like if you got to nurse it or milk it a little bit, fine. Do what you got to do. Like you're hurt, so that's fine. But these guys aren't hurt, and
Yep.
you're making millions of dollars.
Yep.
You know.
I would agree.
So, yeah, I would. That could go on here every single episode. But apart from that, I got nothing. I don't think there's not enough sports going on for me to be putting people on.
That was my thing. Was the W. I don't know if I had anything else for baseball really. Um, I mean, there's not much going on for football other than what's his name for the Browns is taking QB1 right now for preseason.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying?
So
Yeah.
yeah. Um.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Shouldn't even be in the league. But yeah.
Well, that's what I was
Good luck
saying.
with that.
How's that guy in the league? But yet, Trevor Bauer can't be in, or there's Kaepernick can't be in, and it's just a bunch of other
Well,
people
don't.
like that. It's just
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, no. Other than that, I don't think I had anyone else. I don't think I had anyone entertainment wise. Yeah, I don't think so. All right. And then what about our last segment of Makes You Wonder? Well, I do have one for Makes You Wonder, if you
What do
do
you
have
got?
one.
I don't. What
And
you got?
this one isn't a like conspiracy, but it is a. So those of you that are Friends nerds, so the situation with Ross and Rachel when they were on a break, do you consider that cheating since they were on a break, or were they not on a break?
Yeah. No, it's still cheating.
But were they on a break?
Yeah, but you're still cheating. Break isn't a break up. It's still cheating. They're both. Here's the thing. They're both wrong about that whole situation. Rachel was wrong to have homie come over, Mark come over when she knew that that was the most insecure person Ross was concerned about, or the person Ross was most insecure about. So that was wrong, and that would have me hot, like, or anyone probably. That's definitely not okay. Then she decides to call for a break. Fine.
But she
And
she called for
then
the break before that, and then she had Mark come over.
right, you're right, yeah. And
So
then Mark was
if
there,
you're
so that's bad.
If you're Ross and your girlfriend just told you that we're on a break, and then she has some guy come over, and you call, and he's there,
Yeah, it's bad. But
is
break
what do you?
on
Is
the
that a break?
on said phone call, rather than being a child and hanging up the phone, say we're done, and then you could go do what you want to do. Is that right? Still, probably not, but fine. Like, nobody's going to say that you cheated, but then you ended up cheating. You still cheated. That relationship wasn't over. You were on a break. Now, and you had an opportunity, as Ross, you had an opportunity to use that and come out as the bigger, better person and been like, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, blah, 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 despite Ross being a child throughout that situation. You did this wrong, you did that wrong. He could have used that. Instead, he didn't. He did not do that. He was not the bigger person. And yeah, I mean, it is cheating. It's still cheating, but they're
But when
both
you're on a
wrong.
but when you're on a break,
But a
that
break
means
isn't
you're
a
not
break
together.
up. No, it's not what that means. A break means a break. It means let's not talk right now. Let's not be around each other because we need some break. We need some space before we kill each other. Not literally, but that's what a break means. A break up means we're not together. There's a difference. And
So I think
so,
we'll post this quiz on the YouTube channel. Those of you that watch us on YouTube, and so we'll put a quiz on there of Ross and Rachel's break. Was he cheating because they're on a break, or was he not cheating because they weren't on a break?
yeah.
So you guys can vote on where you guys fall in that. So that's what my conspiracy was
It's a much
that he was on a
lighthearted,
break.
it's a much lighter
Well,
conspiracy compared to the other things that we
because
probably
we've
could
had
think
some,
of.
yeah. Because I mean, we had some. You either go political, or you go religious, or you go hardcore. Area 51 or whatever. But I mean, yeah, it just makes you wonder: were they on a break?
Well, I
So
mean, it's been a global debate for the last 30 plus years now, you know?
yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
So all right, guys. You got anything else for life, sports, entertainment? Anything other than
No.
that? So, all right, we'll be back in 2 weeks, which is what, the 30th, I think it is.
Yeah.
Um, so we'll just have more MLB and probably some maybe football injuries. I saw Aaron Donald tried out, or not tried out, but worked out again for the Rams.
Either
See
come
the
back or
guy?
don't. Either come back
Yeah,
or
I
don't.
don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, so at end of the month, be close. MLB football will be about a week away, maybe a week and a half away from season starting. So,
Yeah.
all right, you got anything else?
No.
All right, guys. Catch us on where you get your podcast, and don't forget we're on the YouTube. Peace out.